Okay, so now that we've gone over two different number lines, you may notice that we took up an entire page up here going across, and we only got to number 14 and number -12. And then going up and down, we almost took the whole page going up and down, and we only got to 11 up here and -14 down here. So part of the reason why people I know do not like using number lines is because they take up a lot of space, and you can't really use big numbers when you number the number lines like this. So what can we do? One thing we can do is we can change the way we number. So I'm just going to use some of this space off to the side. And even though this number line looks smaller than the first one that we did, we're going to set it up so we can cover more numbers. So I'm going to put the 0 in the middle again. And I'm going to make my marks just like I did before. But instead of numbering by ones, like I did up here at the top, what I can do is I can change the way that I number it as long as each space is the same amount. So let's start out small and go by 2s. So this would be 2. One space is 2. The next space is 2 more than that, which is 4. 2 more than that is 6. And I would keep going that way. All right, so that's the positive side, and I'll label it so we remember. This is positive. And then on the other side of 0, we're going to number it the same way, but with our negative signs. So on the positive side, the line that was closest to 0 was 2. So on the other side, this line that's closest to 0 needs to be -2. And -2 more than that would be -4. And if I get more negative by 2 spaces, it would be -6, -8, -10, -12, -14, and -16. Okay, so you can see that even though this number line is smaller or shorter than the one we did at first, it's still covering more numbers because we've made each space worth 2. And this is going to come in handy when you start working with really big numbers. So I'm going to show you another one. And instead of making each of the spaces 2, let's see what happens if we make each space something like 5. So I'll put 0 right here. And again, I'm going to use my graph paper to show me where each of the marks are going to go. My positive numbers are on this side of 0. So if I'm going by 5s, this is going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. So now I have enough space on my number line to go even up to 50, whereas before on this even bigger number line, I could only go up to 14. Now I'll do the negative side. So again, if this is 5, then this needs to be -5. And I'm making sure that my numbers, whoops, are as lined up with the marks on my number line as I can get them. So this is -15, -20, -25, -30, -35, and -40. Okay? So we've gone over setting up a regular number line. We've gone over vertical number lines, and we've gone over how to set up a number line by making each space worth something different than just one.